Hey, go ahead and share on your pages if you guys can still hear me. Hey, go ahead and share on your pages if you guys can still hear me. Hey, go ahead and share on your pages if you guys can still hear me. Hey, go ahead and share on your pages if you guys can still hear me. Hey, go ahead and share on your pages if you.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
Welcome back to the First Off, in my opinion, podcast.
You know how we do.
What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Tom Swoop, and this is First Off, in my opinion, the podcast that has been blessed by the angels this evening. So we got an excellent show for you tonight. Wild card night, wild card topics. We got a lot to cover, but first, let's do a little housekeeping. If you guys can go to the page post and share and like and share the different pages or whatever so we can get this thing popping. And all my people who tuning in from YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thumbs up and give the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with some of this dope content. Just want to let you guys know what's going on next week. We got the lovely, beautiful Eva Dior going to be on the show, and she's going to be spilling the tea, inbox confessions. Woo. When I tell y'all the phone interview that I did with her today to get ready for the show, believe me, y'all gonna want to tune in for this. So it's gonna get pretty spicy. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. So I got a couple guests on here tonight. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, my good people. Hold on, we not have audio? Can you guys? I can't hear you guys. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I think I can fix it. Hold on. Let's see. All right, try it again. Oh. Okay, there we go. You guys back? All right, I
Yes.
got you. Come on. The gentleman's
So,
name
what do
is
you
Ian
must can't.
Taylor. Okay. And Monica Lee, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Ian, you here? Can you talk? I think Ian, we may be having technical difficulties with him. Go ahead and disconnect and reconnect, and we'll try it again. But we're gonna go ahead and get things popping. Monica, since you're on here, and you're such a nice and beautiful young lady, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the opportunity to pick the topic that we start with this evening. Okay?
Okay. What are the choices?
Hold on, I'm gonna put you on real quick. Hold on 1 second. All right, so tonight the topics are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh no.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Oh, listen, my oldest brother is on here. He's a deacon, so like you got to be on your best good behavior.
Listen, he need to log off now. He need to log off now. He need to bury his phone in the backyard, and he don't need he need to go. He need to go. All right.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
All right, here we go. All right. Now the first one, if you're loved and cared for, would you knowingly share a man? Number 2, at what point would you ever allow your new boyfriend or girlfriend to discipline your child? Number 3, if your boyfriend or girlfriend had a sexual experience with another sex or animal, would it matter? Come on.
Let's go with 2. No,
go which one?
Number 2.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me get Ian back on here.
Okay.
All right, he's back in there. What's going on, Ian? You in there?
Yep, I'm in there.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're going with number 2. Number 2 is, at what point would you ever allow your new boyfriend or girlfriend to discipline your child? Okay, this is hot. Okay, so let's unpack. Hold on a second. Let's unpack this real quick. So, have either of you been in this situation? No?
No.
That's the yes.
Yes? Okay, tell me yes.
Yes and no.
Okay, well, you go first, Monica.
I'm going to say it's okay for my boyfriend to discipline my child when they're no longer new. That's the first thing. If they've met my child, they're no longer new. If they've met my child, it's because I feel like the relationship is going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So we ain't just been on a couple of dates and now you at my house meeting my kid.
Okay,
so for me,
it's based upon a time frame. So like you have to be, you got to be with that person for a set amount of time. We talking 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year. What are we talking about?
I think my husband and I had dated a couple of years before we introduced my daughter to the relationship.
Ooh, a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. For one.
And she knew him because we met at church, but she didn't know that we were dating.
Ooh, a couple years though, Monica. That's a long time.
Well, you have to understand we were friends at first, right? And so neither one of us was looking to get into anything. It just, it just kind of happened that way. But for the longest time, we wouldn't say that we were dating. We were friends. We were hanging out.
Oh, so y'all was creeping.
We weren't creeping. We weren't creeping. We didn't sneak nowhere. If we wanted to go to dinner, we wanted to go to the movies. We went to the movies right here in Akron. But it was just, we wasn't holding hands and sitting there.
Ian, let me hear your feedback on that.
New boyfriend. Well, I knew it can't be a new boyfriend. New girlfriend. Nah, she can't discipline my kids.
How long?
Until she's my wife. You can't.
Wow.
My kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So you gonna do all this relationship stuff with her, but she's not allowed to discipline your children.
No, I'm naturally a disciplinarian anyway.
So that means she's never gonna be in supervision of your children.
Probably not by herself. No.
So that's unrealistic to date somebody for that long and them never be alone with your child.
How's that unrealistic? I don't think so.
So, like, say, okay, I'm about to run to the store. Hold on, let me get my kid. I can't leave him here with you. Let's go.
Oh, what's the problem?
So you telling me?
Me?
How long are we talking about? So you talking about like if we're dating this person for a year, you know, she's spending time at your house, you're spending time at her house. You guys are living this whole relationship. So you're saying at any given time, she's never to be left alone with your child. How would you even know if you want to leave her alone with your child?
I mean, I don't know. I think you can kind of feel if a person likes your child or not. You know what I'm saying? You can feel if they're building a relationship with them. I've worked too many jobs and heard too many crazy stories. So I'm just not trustworthy like that.
But you're okay. You're already in a relationship. You're dating this lady. You've already hid the salami. So it's like you.
I don't mean that we're dating. We're going on dates. We're going to the movies. Hiding the salami. It don't mean I trust you. You're not my wife.
What?
You never been with somebody.
Trust is earned. It doesn't happen overnight. And let me say this. Let's establish what we're calling discipline, right? Because we're not necessarily talking about spanking. It could be, you know what?
A verbal reprimand. It could be, you know, it could be sit your little ass down. It could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of different things.
I could go with that, but you can't touch my child. And then how you speak to my child, I'm going to have a problem with it if I feel like it's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Especially based on where you're at. Like, I'm just dating you. That don't mean I can break up with you tomorrow and you don't put your hands on my kids and they never liked you and you ain't like them. So it looked like I took your side. So I'm in the wrong eyes. In my kids' eyes.
So my thing is, if you bringing somebody around your child, isn't that like your responsibility to, before you even bring them around, like this is somebody I could say, are you dating for yourself or are you dating for a potential wife or a husband who could lead or take care of your children? That's a factor. Is that not a factor?
Sure, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
But you're right now, like your answer is sort of like you're dating like a video vixen you met at the mall. And you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't know this person at all.
I know them, but when it comes to children, people are different with children. You know what I'm saying? They can smile in the child's face. They can do all of that stuff. And how many stories do we have of kids that seemingly have a good relationship with somebody and there's molestation or something like that and nobody knew anything? You know what I'm saying? I don't trust what I see, you know, up front. If I'm dating a young lady and, you know what I'm saying, we're together, if the child is not with her mother, you know what I'm saying, the child's going to be with me. I think that's realistic. If I'm going to the store, so let's say she coming over Netflix and chill, right? I usually prepare early. I'm going to take my kid to the store, set them up so they can go do their thing so I can go do my thing, right? Like, that's how I'm thinking. I'm not leaving my child, not having nobody else pick up my child. I don't care if I'm dating you or not, because I can be not dating you the next day.
So then can we differentiate between dating and in a relationship? If we're dating, I'm trying to decide if I want to be. So that means you're not around my kid. Not if we're just dating. You don't meet my child until we've established that we're in a relationship.
Okay, we've established that Monica is a what you call it, a long-term dater.
Yes.
Long term. 2 years.
Listen, I'm a firm believer you have not met the real person for at least 6 months. You are dealing with their representative. People are going to put their best foot forward. They're going to pretend they don't have any character flaws. All of this thing. 6 months, I don't have no feelings for you for at least 6 months. None. Experience has taught me that.
That is a tough pill to swallow. You said no feelings in 6 months. What are you, Megatron? What the? Huh? Wait,
listen, I don't. My walls are strong. My walls. I will admit, my walls are strong. Me and my best friend talk about this all the time. But experience has taught me this. I promise you. And see, I remember you saying a few weeks ago, you're an attacher. You're all in from the beginning. Oh, I like you. Here's all of my
No,
feelings.
no, 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 not what I was saying. Let's not try to throw Tom under the bus. But
No.
what I was saying was once I decide that you're a viable candidate, once I decide that you are who I think you are, yes, I'm all gas, no brakes. And the reason I say that, when people censor their emotions, it I really feel like it hurts the development of the relationship.
Hmm. I
So
buy that for about. But again, you know, I feel like, and it's a protection mechanism
mm-hmm.
because like I said, people pretend in the beginning. They're pretentious. It's all gravy until at least 6 months, and then they start to get comfortable. When they get comfortable, then they start to show you their true colors.
But who wanna
So I
waste?
want to see I want to see all the colors first before I give you all of my feelings.
But how do we get to a relationship if you don't show me any feelings for 6 months?
Tom, you've met me, right? I'm
Yeah,
pretty who I am.
you
Most people are not like that though, and a lot of people I'm hard to take. I know that. I know that about myself. But for me, I feel like I don't want to waste 6 months with you pretending to be somebody else. Either you gonna like me or you not. I don't want to get six months down the road just to find out you don't like who I've been pretending to be. So I'm usually kind of the same person all the time. But again, experience has taught me that not everybody is like that.
Mr. Taylor, I'll give you the floor for a rebuttal. Um, do you agree? Do you concur? What do you
Yeah,
say?
I agree with what she's saying. I'm a little bit different though. I could date, and not date, and it really didn't make a difference to me.
What
I never
about
really.
feelings though? What about feelings?
I'm not really. If we're dating, right, couple months, we go out, and we're hanging out. That's hanging out to me. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I was never really a big what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I didn't get caught up.
Emotional?
Yeah, I wasn't really emotional like that. So, I mean, I don't. So I would say that if I'm in a friendship, relationship, whatever, and I have my child is going to pull on my emotion anybody else would. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, I would think it would be very difficult, or that person would have to show me something to really allow me to trust them before I would allow my children to be with them for any period of time.
Okay, so let's fast forward. Let me help you guys out. You're in a relationship, you're committed,
Cool.
you have children. Little Tommy um calls, they're at the park playing, calls another little girl a B. Your significant other um pops him on his lip for saying a cuss word to another little girl. What's that discussion like when they get home? Are you
Well, who
pack?
gets
Obviously, y'all packing y'all bags and y'all like, well, you know what? This was a bad idea from the beginning. I'm getting my stuff and getting my kids and getting the hell out of here. That's basically what y'all tell. But go ahead. I'll play. Go ahead. Let me get your answer.
Nah, I would just tell them, don't put your hands on the child. That's it. That's all. You can reprimand my child. Don't physically hit my child. Don't do that. You
Monica.
can yell, but don't hit my child.
So my spouse would already know that because we've had this conversation. We've had these conversations before you even met my child. So I feel like even if you don't have kids yet, um, if you want to have kids, if you're looking for a marriage, or if that's what you want, I feel like you have to find out if you're on the same page with people like that. I was a single mom, so I had to have these conversations. I had to know where a person was in terms of how you see my child. I have not dated guys because they would say, "Oh, if your daughter did something, I would wait until you got home to say something because that's your daughter." And like, to me, if you marry me, this is your daughter now.
So
And if there's always going to be that distinction, that's not the type of family that I want to have for my child.
So that's what I'm saying. So like when this person is actually taking the title of, they doing all the dad or all the mom stuff, but they're still
He
not
would know
alive.
not to pop my daughter in the mouth.
You said what?
He would know, he would know that it's not okay to pop my daughter in the mouth.
Would you pop her in the mouth? If you would
Not in
pop her in
public.
the mouth, it would be okay for him to pop her in the mouth. He's the dad, you're the mom.
Nah.
You know, it's different with moms and daughters.
That's what, if anything, if like how you just said, experiences told me that a mama beat the brakes off of a daughter before she'd beat the brakes off her son.
I would say it would take a lot. It would take a lot for me to go there. It would take a lot for me to go there.
So what's your stance on physical discipline, period, then?
I grew up getting a whooping, and I believe that it's okay. I believe sometimes you just need to
Get
tap.
your ass whooped. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
All right, Ian.
yes.
I'm with the whoopings, but I deliver the whoopings in my house. In my marriage now, I'm usually the one that delivers the whoopings. So
Okay, there's a joke in there, but I'm gonna let it go.
come
All right. So look, we're gonna go back to the topics. Ian, you're next. You got to pick one of the last two.
Oh. If you love me, care for. Let's go 3.
Three.
Three.
If your boyfriend or girlfriend had a sexual experience with another sex or animal, would it matter? Hey, y'all got mad quiet. Like, what's up with it though? So basically, you're dating a woman. 6 months in, you're like, you know what? This is really cool. This is rocking. I'm gonna take this to the next level. And she's like, Ian, if there's something I gotta tell you. And she's like, and you're like, what? And she's like, well, in college, me and some of my girlfriends experimented with each other and a German Shepherd.
Okay. Just a German Shepherd?
What are you frowning on? Is it the German Shepherd? Is it an animal rights violation? Or
I mean, yeah, that's
is it the woman?
yeah,
Is the woman thing?
nah, the woman thing, no, that doesn't really bother me. I think the animal would probably bother me though. I'd be a little concerned. I have to do my research and my due diligence to see if there's any footage, and if there's a track record of this kind of.
So if it was footage, you would have an issue. No footage, you walking down the aisle. What's popping?
I ain't walking down the aisle, but I'm like, no footage. We can talk about this, but if there's footage and there's a history, I don't know, man. I don't know, especially with the bestiality, with the ladies, even still with that, you know what I mean? You don't know what she's at.
Okay, Monica. So I gotta switch this back on you. So you dating? I'm gonna change the circumstances. You done married. Let's just say Charles. You've married Charles. You and Charles laying in the bed one night, and you like, babe, what's the craziest thing you ever did sexually? And he be like, well, this one time when I was playing football, me and some of the guys tackled each other repeatedly in the bed all night long. What do you say? He's had sex with multiple men.
Yeah. So you live here now, but I don't. No. I'm leaving.
You leaving?
I'm leaving.
You
I
leaving?
can't.
Y'all married.
And let me just say this. I understand there is a double standard, right?
Very
I
much
understand that. Yeah, it's not uncommon, right? It's not uncommon. I'm finding it's very common for people to experiment with same sex. However, I don't think that's something that I could no.
This now I come up with these topics just to throw people off and create a conversation, but there's a huge double standard in America, in the world, period,
There
as
is.
far as sexuality.
Mhm.
You know, two women, like we're just like, we're throwing the two, that's like, oh, that was supposed to happen, two women together, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, if a guy entertains a man, you know, sexually like that, he's a pariah. You know, you're his wife, you're leaving him. You've had the happiest marriage and everything, but you're grabbing your little duffel bag, you taking your little air fryer, you stomping out the front door, you leaving. Wow.
Yeah, because you know why?
Why?
And again, I believe in having these conversations. So, listen, I got a whole interview like conversation, like the getting to know you is really an interview. So I know what cities and counties I need to do my background checks in. So I can't imagine, right, that I've gotten to marriage and we have not had this sex conversation.
What if it's just something he's clearly evaded, he's answered, like he's giving you answers, but it had, you know, they haven't wasn't deep. You know what I'm saying? He just basically,
You're saying he lied? I don't know, Tom. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing that I always say. I always say, you know, you can't expect perfection from a person,
you
right?
cannot.
Because I don't have
You cannot.
perfection
You
in
cannot.
return. But I think that would be really difficult for me to cope with. I'm just being honest. And again, I understand the doubles. Fully acknowledge the double standard.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
No.
I don't know. No, I think that might be a deal breaker for me.
Ian, I'm gonna let you go ahead and rebuttal because it's a double standard.
No rebuttal.
There's no rebuttal. Literally, listen. There's no rebuttal.
She said what she said.
So are we? So because you know this was on the one show, Insecure. So it was I think it was the first season or the second season where the one character was liking this dude, feeling this dude. She confessed that she had been messed around with some girls in college. And then he was like, yeah, me and my dudes did some weird stuff, you know, back in New York or something like that. And she was in love with this dude, but she clearly, like, got out of the relationship.
It's different. I don't know what the difference is, but it's definitely different. Like,
So
nah.
so you okay, basically, so are we saying tonight on first off, in my opinion, that a man's sexuality, once he's went that way, will always be in question, but a woman's sexuality will not? Or that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Why are y'all saying this so easy?
Because it is what it is. Like, you know,
This is so wrong. This is look, and I mean,
always being quite
Is what I'm saying is that it's more acceptable, right? It's more acceptable to society for women to be with women versus men and men. And again, double standard. But you know, you guys have your double standards too. So you know, I believe the playing field is level, like overall.
what? What? I just don't get it. What? What? What?
Tom, is there something you're trying to tell us?
No, it's what I'm trying to tell you. What I guess my argument is, if this was any other, I guess, topic or situation that dealt with an overgeneralization, we'd all have a huge problem with it. And when it comes to sexuality, and then it's especially in our community, it's you're a pariah.
But yes, so exactly what Adrian just said. So yes, so a man could sleep, a man can cheat. He could be a serial cheater. He will find a way to justify it. His woman cheats one time, he is done. Find the lie.
No, that's not true.
Oh, I have friends. I have friends who
Ian,
have
is
told
that
me
true? Is
such.
that true, Ian?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Did
Absolutely.
y'all drive to each other's house and rehearse? Because listen,
I'm
how?
always right most of the time. I'm always right most of the time. Okay, just accept it.
Oh, wow. I wonder how the
No,
conversations go in that household. Yes, dear. Whatever you said, dear. Okay, dear. Okay, dear. 2 years, not a problem, dear. I'm just gonna hold it.
but my thoughts are not irrational.
Man, listen. So y'all okay? It's a lot to unpack right now for me. So you basically saying a man, like you just said, a man can cheat over and over and over again. His wife cheat one time, he's like throw the whole wife away.
Throw her away.
I don't.
Trash that.
I know guys who have taken back their significant other after she cheated. So that's not true.
I know some too, but I know some again also that just will flat out tell you I understand it's a double standard, but I can't. I would be done.
So I don't know.
But I ain't.
I'm trying to figure out tonight when we overgeneralize, and that's sort of what we're doing tonight. Well, I'm not. You two are.
Yes, yes, we are.
You two are.
We openly admit that.
Why is it okay
Why is what okay?
to overgeneralize, like to a fictional point? Like, because I kind of feel like a lot of these situations, until you walk that path, you don't really know what type of decision you're going to make. But at the same time, it's like, this is our general point of view when it comes to these topics. That's why I really wanted to discuss them tonight. Why is this our point of view?
I will be honest with you, Clown. I don't have an intelligent answer. I do not. I do not. I do not have an intelligent answer. It just is what it is. Like it. If you want to be with men, listen. Have thine own way. But I'm gonna go over here because now I don't like. Are you still do? And then
It
it's the
happened
whole.
years ago, Monica. It happened
Are you
years
bringing? Are
ago.
you say? But how can I be sure?
Look, all right. So we gonna switch it up real quick. All right, because I need to get into a new segment of the show real quick, and this is called the petty post of the week. Okay. So I'm gonna set this up
Queen
real
Petty.
quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna set it up real quick, and then I want to get y'all's feedback on it because it got brought to me like just before the show, and somebody sent it to me. Like, man, that's crazy, And I was just like, let me put this on the show tonight, and I want to see what they think, what everybody's thought process when I show you this. So basically, I guess a guy was dating a girl. And I guess some things went sour. So he went to her house and he videoed her house. And her house was like a complete like pigsty. Okay? So I'm about to show it. Because I don't think me talking about it is going to give you justice. For people who are listening on the podcast, if you click on the link in the description, you can go and watch the video. But yeah, here we go. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. She got medicine, liquor, all the essentials. So it's a lot of stuff going wrong because my thing is he's obviously been smacking cheeks in that room.
Mm-hmm.
So why then put her on, your Facebook story or whatnot? Trying to like basically say she nasty when you've been smacking cheeks in that room.
Right.
This is why this is the petty post of the week for me. I gotta play the little. Yeah, I gotta play the.
This week's Petty Post on the First Off in My Opinion podcast.
So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. What is that in the corner? What is that? What is? Bro. No. What is that? What is that?
Fix it.
What is that? What?
She
Okay.
cheated.
All right. Let me get y'all thoughts. Before I even say anything. What's y'all's thoughts?
She cheated, and he was angry.
Yeah,
Angry.
that's got
She been over.
because that's the only thing that would. Ooh, did you see that?
Yes. Yes.
She had to have cheated because
Got to.
what else would make you expose the fact that you've been okay with that up until now? See, it really says more about him than he thinks it's saying about her.
And that's why I put it on the petty post. Like, I think it was petty for him to do it because clearly you done been in that house, you done been comfortable in that house. Listen, I ain't gonna tell no lie. On my daddy's grave, I done been over a woman's house that it wasn't clean, and I cleaned it because I was gonna be over there. Now,
That was a lot.
I'm not gonna say nasty, but I'm gonna say not clean. If it's
Nasty.
nasty, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Like nasty is you go to somebody's house and you don't want to sit down.
Right. You start looking around. You start calling on the spirit of the Lord. Like, you start asking for
let you play
protections.
down.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nasty. That's nasty. When the roach is real bold, you know what I'm saying? They just come out, had conversations. Yeah, you nasty. You nasty. Like when you go to pick something up off the floor and you hear Velcro like it was stuck. You nasty. You nasty. So look, we got one more topic to cover. One more.
Okay.
All right. If your loved one, if you're loved and cared for, would you knowingly share a man or a woman? So this goes into like, you're in a relationship, you're being loved, you get anything you want, you're taken care of financially, you're happy, but you know your significant other has another woman or man.
Nah. I can't do that. Nah. Too much stuff going on.
Now, see, the thing is, I hear all these people saying, nope, 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 nope. But then I also know there's a whole bunch of people doing it, and they not getting none of the perks. They not getting nothing. And they doing it gladly every day. So you can watch First Off in My Opinion and sit here and be like, oh no, that could never be me. That's you right now. That is you right now. You are watching the show, watching your life right now. You are in this situation and you are being delivered and being brought to the front right now. People be like, listen, like my Monique just came. She was like, I don't like to share. You might be sharing right now. You might be sharing right now. Now I can tell from y'all's answers this evening, both of y'all done been cheated on. Both of y'all done been cheated on. And
I know cheated on in life.
Been
Look,
cheated
that's
on.
why I'm funny acting now. Look, that's why I don't trust people. I got trust issues.
I was a different person back then, though. So Might have been a different answer.
So if you've been cheated on, of course you're gonna take a stance. But there's a lot of people right now who are single, who are dating. I'm about to make a strong comment. I'm telling you,
Okay.
this first 5 o'clock in the morning, black coffee, strong. There's a lot of people who are single right now who probably should share a nigga so they have a nigga. That's all I'm gonna really say right now. I'm just gonna say it because you never gonna get one if you trying to get one solo. You might have to go in with your homie and put a down payment on one together. I hear what y'all saying. Y'all got these politically correct answers, but think about it. We live in Ohio. This is a sister wives state.
Nah, this ain't.
It's so many women sharing dudes out here. They don't even know it.
But they don't know. They don't
It's
know.
dudes out. It's women. It's
keyword is
men out here
knowingly.
sharing women. You're sharing her. All
Not
I'm
knowing.
saying is, wouldn't it work better? Wouldn't it work better if y'all knew it? Then y'all could coordinate. Y'all can play that scissor song the weekend, but it would be more so like the month.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. I get it. But then there's too many other factors out there, right? There's too many other people you could be linking up with outside of the situation that you got going on.
No. Look at the people you know. Miss Lee, look at the people you know. How many women do you know that are just single and just waiting on God to send them a man? How many dudes do you know that got multiple women? All I'm saying is, let's just get everything together, get some coordination here. You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You get the weekend every other weekend. Like, y'all coordinate. Build a life together.
No, so that's polygamy, right?
Is it?
I'm not getting ready to you talking about like a whole, just everybody having a relationship together.
But they are, what I'm saying is, they're already doing it. They're already doing it.
But you need to be so good at it that I don't know.
Ooh, so you want to be lied to?
I'm just saying, if you're doing it, if you're going to do it, you better be good at it.
But what
Be
my
good
thing
at
is,
it.
why lie about it? Let's just keep it open. Let's just tell the truth. Hey, it's look, Carla. I mean, like, Carla. So you go over Carla's house Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You go Quenisha's house Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I get to watch football.
Now, I will say this, and it depends. Are we talking dating or we're talking relationships?
We're talking relationship. What do that flip back on the couch mean?
I really feel like it's not a committed relationship if you're going into it wanting to share. Now, and we talked about this for a few minutes right before. I'm an advocate of people dating multiple people, especially if you're just getting to know each other. I'm an advocate for that. But I don't feel like, there needs to be a public service announcement. All there needs to be is honesty up front. Hey, listen, I reserve the right to date other people if I want to. It doesn't mean that you always are, but that means that if you do meet somebody that strikes your interest, maybe you'll go on a date. That doesn't mean you tell Tom, hey, listen, I'm going on a date with Frank on Friday night. That ain't none of his business, because we've already established that I reserve that right.
So,
but when you get to like telling who, I just feel like there's always, at some point, there's going to be some jealousy involved, and there's going to be some resentment, and there's going to be some pettiness, because women are petty.
I feel like all that derives from not being forthright from the beginning. So now, what you saying? Now, a woman did approach me, maybe a year or so ago, and she was like, "Hey, I'm dating multiple people. I just need your effort level to be higher because you could win. And I was like, is this Heifer giving me a pep talk? Like, is she trying to? Is she trying to get me to run harder in a race with 4 or 5 other dudes because I might hit the fit? Because she want me to hit the finish line? See, my ego would be like, nah, B, you good, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is there already are numerous people already doing this. They're already sharing. But like you said, Monica, like they're sharing without knowledge. All I'm saying is what happened, what really would change if you knew? Ian?
I'm not with it at all. So
So whatchamacall, like, so Dr. Umar recently, y'all's favorite black man, recently married 2 women.
mhm.
He went on a date, I think what is it, a date marathon where he went to multiple states and dated multiple women with the decision to ultimately marry 2 black women. Problems with that or none? Are you cool with it?
Him marrying 2 black women. Yeah, I'm cool
Yeah,
with that.
you're cool with him, the way he did it, how he did it, and everything.
Yeah, Every- everything was out in the open. If he's committed to those 2, then that's what he's gonna do. If he's
Okay,
committed, I wouldn't do it, but
this is I'm you're making my point for me though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if
yeah. But
it
he's talking about
works,
he married these women. You
okay. So
talking about you talking about in Akron where everybody's just dating and knocking each other down. That's nothing compared to what he was doing.
we're in a relationship. We're building a future together, Ian.
Nah, man,
This
that's
is
not
an
happening.
arc. This is an arc.
Not out here. It's not.
This is an arc. Come on.
Nah, man, it's completely different.
How? How?
Completely because most of the what you're talking about are just, hey, I'm dating her, and her.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no. Okay. So let me clean that up then. What I'm saying is you're in a relationship with 2 women. You're seeing them exclusively. You just have 2 of them.
Mhm.
You eventually want to marry
Okay.
them both.
Mhm.
Separate
And
houses,
do you tell
everything.
him at that point?
We straight
I
Stevie
mean,
J. Like, I'm for real. Like, listen, all I'm saying is when you look at okay, so Monique saying she leaving if she know. This is my thing. Like, how does the knowledge of knowing change anything?
because it's their choice to want to be with that other person too. They in that relationship now. What if they don't want to live with that person? They don't like that other woman, or you know what I'm saying? If they don't want to be there,
Separate
they
houses.
all have. If you're all gonna mutually agree, they're not living in separate houses. Umar and them, they're in the same crib.
Oh yeah, they in the same crib because he's married. He married both of them. They probably sleep in the same bed.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're going that route, that's different. But if you're letting this girl know, like, hey, I'm dating her too. What if What if that girl, whatever? What if they had issues in the past or whatever the case may be? She's going. She's going to leave.
So let me ask you
So
this:
that
since we still in the Dr. Umar situation, so like marrying one person is really an American thing. That's something that really happened here. So before this, we want to talk about our African roots. You were marrying multiple women and building, a big family unit. So I guess I would ask, Miss Lee, would you be cool if your husband wanted to marry another woman and bring her into the family?
No, I would not.
You took such a pause to
Because I have to choose my words carefully because I have to go to church on Sunday morning.
because it sounded like you was about to be like, Nigga, what? No. I wish that nigga would. No, but I'm saying like the one wife, one husband thing is a real American concept. So,
But we are American.
oh,
I
when it's
have never lived
convenient.
any place but America. I have never been exposed to any other culture other than African American. So this is the norm for me.
She said it wasn't a pause, it was a time delay. Y'all must be big friends.
Thanks, best friend. That's my best friend. Yes.
That's your best friend? Okay.
Yes.
That's my best friend. But listen,
Go back. Yeah.
yeah. So
I don't think I would.
you
I don't
want two
think that I
wives?
No.
no.
Why not?
2 wives?
Huh? Yeah.
No. No way.
Why not?
Nah. For what?
I
What would
mean,
it do for me?
I feel like if you want to, then you haven't fulfilled all of your requirements in one. You haven't met all of your emotional needs in one person.
I don't think you'll ever do that though. I think my reasoning for not wanting to, it's not just that, it's just that that's a headache, man. To have
Yes.
2 women in the house, or to be responsible for those 2, that's too much.
but it also could be a blessing too.
How?
You could have, like put it like this. Let me give you an example of you got one of your wives that's really good with kids. One of them's a savvy entrepreneur. One of them's a church person. Like they all got different tasks, and that's sort of how these families operate. Everybody has a role, and it just makes everything work together. That's the argument that you see in most of these polygamy groups on Facebook or whatever. That's what their argument is. We work as a unit. It makes it a lot easier than just having 2 people trying to beat the world. It's 3, 4, 5 people.
I think that's just being lazy. You figure that out with your wife or your significant other. You don't have to bring in a whole bunch of other people, to figure that
But you
stuff
actually
out.
care about them. You love them. You have children with them. You're building a community inside of your home.
That's a lot of people in one house, brother.
It's a big house.
Absolutely.
You
not.
got more than one income.
Absolutely. And what if somebody loses a job? What if multiple of them lose a job? What if
But you got multiple incomes.
What if they lose a job? That's what I'm saying. That house gonna get smaller.
I know, but it's like when you got 4 or 5 people working and then 2 people lose a job, it don't really affect you because you got multiple people working. Now, if you got 2 people living in the job and they both get unemployed, y'all on the soup line.
Nah, that's not how that works, man. The more money you make, the more you spend. So you get used to a particular lifestyle.
That's not true. That's a concept of a non-disciplined steward of money.
That's not. That's America. The more money you get, the more money you spend. So you got these wives in there. They're working for a little while. 2 of them lose a job. That house note's still what it is to house those people. The food bill's still what it is to feed those people. That's nah. That's too much for me. I wouldn't even.
Yeah, that's a lifestyle change. Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't do it at all?
Me personally, nah.
Okay. All right. So let's say you were wealthy and you had maids and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody to do the laundry, somebody to watch the kids, somebody to cook the food.
If I had all of that, why I need an extra wife?
What I'm saying is that's basically what they're already doing. That's what I'm saying. Like you got these people, they're just doing it with their family, not hired servants.
But what I'm saying is why do I have to get? So that I'm not marrying them because I love them. I'm just marrying them because I'm fronting like I love them. So they can
No,
be
you do love them. They just happen to have a skill set that's necessary in a family unit. Like you just happen to fall in love with a laundromat technician.
Nah, but then that changes why I'm dating and what I'm looking for. Because I already got one lady, and I'm like, yo, she great with kids. But you know what I could use this week or right now?
I know, right?
Somebody that cooks. So I'm not not looking for love. I'm looking for somebody to fill a role. So
I
I'm
mean,
not dating.
but that's the same thing of a business. Like you look for people to work roles. Like you basically, let's say you go to Golden Corral, you like, man, she is killing how she's serving all that stuff at the buffet. She would kill Sunday breakfast. Hey, you got a nigga? You know what I'm saying? You just doing your thing. You finding people and putting them in place.
Nah, I couldn't do it. Me personally, I couldn't do it. Too many
Most
personalities.
people have more than one skill, though, right?
What?
Most people have more than
More than one what?
one skill.
Yes. Yes.
So,
they do.
okay.
They do. But I mean, I'm just saying, wouldn't it be a lot easier for you if you had two men to love and care for you?
I do. I have my husband and my father. And I have 4 brothers. So I'm so loved. I am so loved. I know some.
What?
Don't help me out tomorrow.
What?
Don't cuss me out tomorrow. Just wait till tomorrow, okay? Just wait till tomorrow.
What?
I know. I ain't on it, okay? That's just it.
Like you
It's
just
too much.
really just you right now. You just really just. I'm just saying, like
It's too much. It's hard enough. And it's okay. And then too, it depends on your personality type. I am an introvert, right? I am every bit of an introvert.
you
So it's
intro
hard.
outro though. You intro outro because you definitely can be. Your presence is felt in the room.
I could work a room. I'm a chameleon, yes. But then guess what? It takes a lot out of me. So when I come home, I need some downtime. I need to recharge. So for me to share space with that many people every day, bruh, no, I can't. I can't. Like this working from home situation, the last year and a half, it has been difficult for me because I ain't getting no breaks nowhere.